it's really always just a supply and demand issue. There is way too much demand and not enough supply, and it's not going to stop. It's not like fingerprinting is ever going to go away. You know, it is a biometric identification procedure that in this world is just going to become more and more prevalent, regardless of what your views are. So it's a business that, you know, consistent revenue, recession proof, like you said. And really, once you get the hang of it, and once you just speak to somebody about it, or watch this video, or just do a little bit of research that we have out there, it's really easy to start, you know. All right, welcome everybody. So my name is Dan Jerkowitz, as everybody knows already. This is going to be the story of Rhonda Howse, Fingerprints and More, Nashville, Tennessee. Great business going on right now. Lots of movement, lots of growth. I'm going to be asking her a story. She's going to be telling her about her business and what she's looking to move forward and how everybody can get started. So Rhonda, I'm going to leave the floor up to you and ask you the first question, and then we'll see how it goes. So tell me a little bit about yourself and about your business.
All right. Thanks, Dan. First of all, I'm super excited to be here. I'm always excited to talk to Dan because Dan's the man. Okay.
Thank you.
But I am a native Nashvilleian. My name is Rhonda Burgess Howse. I've been a realtor for 24 years. I've been a notary and a loan closing agent since 2002. So a long time.
Yeah.
And you know, I always love meeting different people and everything, but honestly, I got into fingerprinting because I'm on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel for my real estate, but I'm always on YouTube looking around and everything. And I'm a serial entrepreneur. So I had saw one of Dan's videos and I started watching the first video, then I watched the next video, and it just went on from there. And I know in my neck of the woods here in Nashville, there was a really deep void of where to get your fingerprints done, where to get your FBI background check. There was nobody doing the Florida Department orders.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I wanted something that was more recession proof. Like, you know, real estate definitely has its cycles. Sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's not so cool. It's crazy hot, but that can be a stressful market too, but yes. I wanted something that's more recession proof and something that I know people will need, whether the economy is good, bad, or otherwise.
Excellent, excellent. And you did say you had a YouTube channel. I actually didn't know that. So what's the name of your channel? Just so we can. I think
it's just under Rhonda Burgess, Burgess.
Awesome.
Yeah, because that's my real estate name.
Awesome. So for anybody that's looking to check out this channel, we're going to put that in the link in the description below for anybody that's going to be interested in real estate. And who knows, maybe even put some fingerprinting content out there. You'd be surprised, you know, with this channel, with the amount of information. I mean, we put all our information out for free, basically. So if people want to know, just watch, you know. But really, there's like nothing on the internet about fingerprinting, which is, I mean, we get slammed with inquiries. So we try to help as many people as possible. And that's why we do the interviews, just to get some backup. To tell people, you know, like, listen, this stuff works. So tell me a little bit about like the appointments that you've been taking so far. How have they been, you know, just things like that. Tell me about like the general nature of the business, how everything's been going.
Okay, well, we really started with taking appointments in May of this year. I'm one location that I have is inside of a Regis office suites, like you recommend. So, and that one's in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, which is just south of Nashville.
Yep.
It started so fast. It's like as soon as our Google My Business was up, and they could, you know, and they went to the website, we had people scheduling back to back to back. I do a lot of people who are going to school, pharmacists, nurses, doctors. They need fingerprints to get into their prospective schools. I've had lawyers who may have their license in Tennessee, but they need a license for Arkansas, Mississippi. I'm getting those people. So they have to have fingerprints. I'm getting a lot of, not only school, but like people who are just starting a new job, you know, because this is the season where everybody's want to do something different. So I'm getting a lot of people who need a background check or fingerprint card for a new job. And
Yeah.
we also do the I-9 verification. So we're getting a lot of people that need both of those. So it's been busy. It's been busy. In fact, we've secured a location for our second location. We secured an office, and we're going to open that one up in Antioch in about a week or so.
Amazing, amazing, awesome progress. Yeah, I remember we went through a few emails back and forth because I remember with the bookings, people were booking like crazy. They were coming out. We didn't even expect it. People were booking like crazy. And we were like, whoa, let's get a handle on this. Let's get a process going down. So that's awesome. But things happen fast.
Yes.
And we see that with a lot of locations. Things happen fast, especially once you get that Google My Business up.
Oh,
and
yes.
People sometimes don't even need a website. Just to Google My Business, that phone will be ringing off the hook. So that's great.
Right.
Now, tell us a little bit about your plan moving forward. Like, what does your growth plan look like in the next year or so?
It's truly wide open. Wherever you're looking at opening up, you're looking at partnering with Print Scan and getting your own thing going. Let me tell you that it's wide open. I have people now that are traveling. I always keep a track of where people are coming from to get to us. So I asked the question, okay, so where do you live? Like, especially when I'm looking at the driver's license and I see the address on there, and I say, you drove from Hendersonville, you drove from, I've got people driving from almost Chattanooga. They were on the other side of Winchester. So I have people driving from everywhere. So we're looking at expanding. Like I said, our second location, we expect to be open in a week or so in Nashville, in Davidson County. I'm looking at, I want to bring on 2-3 more locations, just simply because I have people coming from the East, Mount Juliet in Lebanon. I have people coming from Franklin, Lewisburg. I've got people coming from everywhere. So we're looking to expand, because that's the main thing we do, is and so we go above and beyond to make sure everybody does have a good experience, and we give them exactly, what they need.
Yeah, the customer service. I always say, if your customer service is even average, you're just gonna crush it in fingerprinting specifically, because the big issue with fingerprinting is just that a lot of companies out there, they don't have great customer service. And even if you have competition, even if you're in a state like Florida where there's a lot of other, all you have to do is really answer the phone.
True.
Like that's it. Just answer, and a human answering the phone.
Right.
You'd be surprised how many people will just throw money at you, especially for fingerprinting and things like this, because it's non-negotiable. People need it. It's not like something where people are saying like, oh, I can get this done next week. Like, no, they need it now. The price is the price. They're going to show up, give them a good experience. They give you a good review, and it just compounds after that. So that's great. So tell us a little bit about if somebody was looking to operate this business in your area. Is that something that you're interested in helping people? Because your business is growing.
Right.
When a business grows, you need people.
Yes.
And people right now that are watching this, if they have no idea how to do this, is that something you're open to for your business, to continue to grow your company, to have other people hop on board and help, and just really help your company grow?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm looking to set up other collector locations. We're wanting to expand, because like I said, it's so wide open. So yeah, anybody can hit me up. My direct cell phone number is 615-554-0832. I put my phone number out on my videos all the time, and you'd be surprised. I mean, a few people do call you, but I'll be like, I really do answer my phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, the opportunity is endless. And for people who are looking in other locations and you're thinking about opening up a fingerprint business, to me, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Don't let the startup costs hinder you. Because I watch a lot of YouTube, and I see other people, especially notaries, who are doing like an ink fingerprinting business. That's not the way to go. First of all, I've had a nurse who she came to me to get her fingerprints done because she had a mobile person come to her with ink, and her fingerprints have been rejected twice.
Yep.
And now she can't get a hold to the guy to get them done the third time. So that's why she came to me. And you're dealing with people's sensitive type information.
Yep.
you want to, you need to be professional about it. That's why we have office locations. I'm not really keen on necessarily the retail, because in the office, it's just you and the client, and they can feel free to let you know their information and everything. But don't skip out. You'd be surprised how many people come and then they see that it's digital fingerprints. They're so happy that it's not the ink. You're not going to have ink all over yourself and different stuff like this. I mean, the opportunity is there, and you'll make your money back. You will make your money back if you provide a good service and you do good customer service.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's so true. We see so many clients do the exact same thing. They get a print scan, live scan system, they get it all set up, and then people start calling. They're like, wow, this is happening fast, just like yourself. So tell me a little bit about, I kind of want to get into, I guess, a unique question. Have you had a memorable appointment yet with anybody? Maybe anything that sticks out in your head?
I had a gentleman who came. He's not a U.S. citizen. Mm-hmm. He was born in Mexico, but his daughter was born here in the States, and she has joined the Air Force.
Okay, yeah.
So in order for him to go be with her on her base, because she wants him to come to her where her duty station is.
Right.
He had to have a full background check and everything done. And so he had a friend of his interpret for him. We got his appointment set up and everything. And he was like, I have cash money. And I was like, okay, fine. Because that was one of the problems he said he had with another service provider. They don't take cash. Or they wouldn't, because he couldn't speak the language. They didn't like his friend interpreting for him. And I was like, whatever you need, honey, we'll work with you.
Yeah.
And that's what we get a lot of. You'd be surprised what people will need. And the other big thing that's huge here is the Florida Department checks, the FDLE. I had a lady who said when she went to Florida's website, she's a nurse, they told her she would either have to go 4 hours to Knoxville or 4 hours to Memphis, and that there was nobody here. And so then when she Googled me, she was literally 5 minutes down the road from me.
Awesome.
So, and I'm providing that. And she works from home, but she has to have that Florida licensure, So you're helping a lot of people be able to not only, provide for their families and everything, but it helps you too. And I haven't had an unhappy customer. I mean, I have totally enjoyed it myself.
Awesome. That's what it's all about.
Yes.
It's really about just helping people out. I mean, that's a beautiful story. That guy probably went from location to location, gets turned down, is realizing he can't visit his daughter, came for the American dream, and now he's probably frustrated. And here we go. Right. You provide the service. He says, I got cash money, cash talks at the end of the day.
Right. That's right.
But it really is a great service at the end of the day in order to offer people. So tell me a little bit about your experience with like getting set up with the software, like the print scan, tech support, and just how that all went about.
Let me say, I love tech support, which I've told you before. We have good support. Not only we have a Voxer chat with all of us, with all of the partners, and we're all on there. But sometimes I'm not the most technically literate person.
Me neither. That's why they exist.
Like, okay, what did I do wrong? Okay, so and my son works in IT. In fact, my son just left his job 2 weeks ago, and he's going to be working with me full time.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes. So
awesome.
He's normally, he's normally the person I call when I go, okay, it's not working. And he's like, what does he mean it's not working? But the beautiful thing about print scan is I can be in the middle of a fingerprint and maybe the software will lock up for a second or something, or I'm clicking too fast or something's going on. And I can call tech support and someone always answers. And you guys are always so friendly, so nice. And I go, hey, it's Rhonda in Nashville. This is going to be crazy. And everybody just laughs because they're like, no, it's not crazy. I'm like, yeah, because I'm crazy. But nobody ever is like, oh my God, it's her again, But everybody's so accommodating. I've never had a problem where I couldn't get a hold of somebody, whether it was you yourself or one of the other guys. It's always been wonderful. So getting set up, it was so quick. My scanner and everything was here before I was even ready to get started. It took me like another week or two to even schedule my appointment, to get my software downloaded and everything. I mean, it was super, super fast. And once you, and don't be scared of it. Once you, you know, we played, me and my husband and my son, we fingerprinted each other like 20 times.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, just to
it's cool. It's cool to do.
It's cool. Yeah, just to get the hang of it.
Yeah.
But don't be afraid of it. You know, like Sherry was saying on her video, luckily she hasn't had any fingerprints come back. I'm gonna knock on wood myself because I haven't had any come back that were unreadable or unusable. And because the machine will tell you, unlike ink, you know, you put that ink fingerprint on there, you just got to roll with it. But unlike ink, the scanner will tell you if it does not like that print, or if it doesn't think it's going to, you know, usable. And so you just click it and you do it again, you know. And I tell all the ladies, these little fingers, sometimes it says you're not rolling wide enough. And I'm like, but our fingers are not that wide. Yeah. So I tell ladies, hey, we might have to do these little fingers 4 or 5 times, but we'll get it, you know. But at least they know and they feel comfortable that they did get a good scan and, you know, and a good product for what they paid. Yeah,
100%. I love it. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, with your scenario and most other people's scenarios in their local city, their local county, in their suburb, or wherever, it's really always just a supply and demand issue. There is way too much demand and not enough supply, and it's not going to stop. It's not like fingerprinting is ever going to go away. You know, it is a biometric identification procedure that in this world is just going to become more and more prevalent, regardless of what your views are. So it's a business that, you know, consistent revenue, recession proof, like you said, and really once you get the hang of it, and once you just speak to somebody about it, or watch this video, or just do a little bit of research that we have out there. It's really easy to start, you know, especially with our company. We try to help out. I mean, we preach about customer service, and in return, our clients and our partners, they all perform great customer service, which is why you're successful. It's why everybody else is successful. So I love it. It's a great story. So I guess I'm going to leave off the floor to you with anything that you want to promote for yourself, anything that you just want to say to the audience out here. I know the audience is growing on our channel. Just anything that you want. I'm going to leave the sign off to you, and then we'll continue to see like lots of growth.
Oh, most definitely. I just want to say, if y'all are thinking about doing the business, don't skimp on it. When I set it up, when I bought my territory and everything, and when I say I was not ready when those first appointments came in. I mean, because it was so overwhelming. And at first I told Dan, I said, shut it down. I said, take my Google My Business down. I said, take the website down. I'm totally overwhelmed. And he was like, okay, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. That was the first thing he talked me off the ledge. He was like, it's going to be okay. And he was like, look, this is what we'll do. We're gonna run some ads for you for another week or 2 or whatever it was, and you know, and everything. And so it was that calming effect that really helped me to know that I could do it. Yeah. For me, fingerprinting is my retirement business, because like when I first met Dan, my husband had just retired from the Postal Service after 32 years, and we were looking at something where he's not stressing and carrying mail and packages and stuff like this. Well, now it's to the point of with my son is going to be here full time with me. So he's going to run one location. I'm going to run a location. And like I said, holler at me, because we want to bring on other locations. Yeah. But also I have set up my LLC to leave my business to my son. This is a way of creating that generational wealth. Oh, yeah. So even if I'm not here, he can run this. Yeah. And you know, do what he wants to with it in the future and everything. Because again, it's a recession-proof business. And so if you're thinking about it, I say jump on the bandwagon now. because we're just going to expand. And Dan and the team are always looking for other opportunities for us. I mean, we have some wonderful stuff coming down the pipeline. So I say, if you're interested, definitely do it. And anybody in the Middle Tennessee area who's looking, you may want to be a collector site under our business. Feel free to give me a call at any time, 615-554-0832. Thank you.
Awesome. I love it. Well, yes. Rhonda, thank you very much. I appreciate you sharing your story. Appreciate you putting yourself out there.
Yes, sir.
The generational wealth. I love it. I mean, my kid, he's a little one, he's right. Small. So I got plenty of time to think about it. But when you say that, like, my eyes light up and I'm thinking, yep, that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, that great customer service, meeting great people, having a great business with a great moat around it. Nobody knows about this. If you tell people, and maybe you've had this already, but if you tell people like, oh, I'm in the fingerprinting business, people are like, wow, that's amazing. Like, what is that? Like, you can even create a business with that. And then you see other people's wheels start turning, and then it's great.
Oh, most definitely. And let me say one more thing.
Yeah, of course.
Like, our biggest competitor here has several locations that are within rock throwing distance of both of my locations. Mm. I don't care. They can open as many as they want to, because I know that the work we do, like on Google My Business, with getting our good reviews and the good customer service that we give, I'm not afraid of anybody. Don't let it, just because you can't transmit maybe to your state government, believe me, that's a very small part of the whole fingerprinting business, because that's just the state stuff. There's so many other people who need fingerprinting and background checks for a whole lot of different
hundreds of reasons.
Oh my gosh, it's endless. And they come up with different things all the time. You'd be like, really, you need fingerprints for that? Or whatever, Yep. So don't let that deter you or get you to thinking that you can't make money with this, because you can. And it's endless.
Amazing. I love it. Well, thank you so much. We're going to put all those links in the description. If anybody needs to contact Rhonda, everything's going to be in this description. We're also going to have a pinned comment down below with all of our information, cliff notes on the whole video. So thank you so much for tuning in. Rhonda, thank you so much for sharing your story, and we will see you on the next one.
All right. Thanks.